So
Look, we're live. Well, fuck, we're live. Hey,
oh, we
guys.
still have to go do a
Oh, yeah, you gotta post it on Patreon.
share,
Post it on Patreon, Kurt.
copy.
Post it on Patreon. And come home and be good. That was
Okay.
nice. We live?
Yes.
Sweet. Hey, Patreon, we'll give a minute for a few of y'all to show up. And then we're gonna get rid of these corpses. Sad day. It's not really a sad day, though. I mean, I'm sad about both of these, you know. I really am. We'll get a closer look at this and oh, a fly's already kind of like land in there. Interesting. Then we're gonna feed those off to the gator, and then we'll talk about how we're gonna prevent that from happening. Not sure that's what killed it. I assume it is, but looking more at the body, it could have been a combination, which we've already talked about. So we got some people on here, Kurt.
Yep. Jonathan says thanks for the T-shirt.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for being a supporter. You earned that shit. You ain't got to thank me, dude. You deserved it. So, let's start the day the fun way, okay? And that is, now he may or may not want these because he might have had a rough day. I cleaned his filter, so he's fucking pissed. He's going to move out of the house temporarily. We have a zoo cage that's almost done, so he's going to go to the zoo cage where he'll be for a bit. That way we can have our contractor come in and build our cage, and then he's going to come back home. One of the problems is in trying to move him is, where do you put him in the meantime, right?
Your bathtub.
Your bathtub, yeah, with the cats. So that is a solution we came up with. It's going to be cool. So like you know, I hate waste. It's one thing we do. We take these guys. Yeah, this is a fully formed baby too. This is, you know, socks. And there's your answer. It did try to pip last night, most likely, and drowned out because you can see how it's kind of stiff in there. It's not very pliable, so it's been dead for a little while. Want that? I guess I should. Oh, fudge nugget. Son of a bitch. It's alright. When you have shit like this happen, one must be prepared.
You don't want to reach your hand in there?
You don't want to reach your hand in there.
But it'd make good video.
There. That's better. See? Even the semi-pros make mistakes. Where happens quicker. There it is.
Yeah, people say do it for the views.
Do it for the views? Yeah, no. So this is just a different meat item for him. You know, it keeps his life somewhat interesting, I guess. His life's gonna get a lot more interesting whenever we do the new cage. Like, a lot.
I don't think he's ate that one yet.
Yeah, I know. This one's a lot smaller. Yep, it died not from, let's go look at that. Yeah, I just got too dry. It's not a combo issue, it's a... Even though it looks a lot, looks like it's malformed or something, and just because it's been stuck in that egg dead.
Which clutch is this?
Super Killer Bees, a super pastel spider to a pastel spot nose. So that's what's going on. And you can see that snake there. Spine's all kinked up and twisted, but I think it's due to it getting dry. So anyway, that sucks. And that is probably ugly. Come on, you want another one? Come on. Woo! Finish one first. Well, that wasn't. Come on, eat the spaghetti. That's all you get tonight. And I know this is kind of hard to watch for some people. It's not something I overly enjoy. Well, I enjoy the gator eating, but I certainly don't enjoy feeding them harder red hatchling. But, you know, at least maybe that current's throwing those things away.
He's just gonna sit there.
It's just gonna sit there. I can make him not just sit there. He's gotta try to take his food away. There you go. Up and down the hatch. That's cool. I hate losing babies. And I hate losing babies that are my fault. And you guys have probably heard me talk about more than I should, about 95% hatch rates, what we did last year. And we did even better the year before that. But last year we had a lot more babies than previous years. And I was happy with 95. I think that's pretty good, but I wanted it to be even better, and yada, 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 yada. But you can't just say shit like that and not back it up. If anybody adds anything, Kurt, let me know. Just jump on in there anytime. And so, when you have shit like this happen, you know, if you really want to be good at what you do, and it's important to me to be good at what I do, it's one thing if, you know, I wasn't bringing little lives into the world. But since I am, I feel responsible to give them the best chance that I can, and to give that the most attention that I can, the best work that I can. So when you have shit like this, you start thinking about, well, what can I do different? And I know what I can do different. When I set up my egg tubs, you can see videos of how we do it. We do it just like we do in the videos. Yeah, I kind of just do it by eye. And so that means my water ratio to substrate ratio isn't always the exact same, or how much of the substrate I use in there and whatnot can be varied. And I haven't really had many issues, but I had a couple that were dry. You know, one egg that died, the other ones I don't think will, so I had to fix it. And so my thought is, next year, play around with the tub before we get to incubation time, and just measure it and get an actual ratio of what I want in there, how much substrate I want in there, to how much water I want in there. So that way, it's the exact same every time. And if I do that, my moisture is the exact same every time, as opposed to being just by eyeball. You know, of course, I was eyeballing getting 95% hatch rate, right? So it wasn't like, you know, we were killing everything. But I want that one egg. Like, I want that one egg. You know, that one egg that I feel responsible for shouldn't have died. And so if I can be better, I want to be better. So that's kind of what I'll probably do, is I'll probably actually measure. And if I find a great ratio that works for me, of course, we'll share it with you guys here as well. But because you get too much water, and your rat can sink in there, and then your eggs can get moisture and drown. Of course, you get not enough, they can get dry. So there's a balance. It's just a matter of finding that ratio, not just by eye and feel, but by actual, I guess, I don't want to say science, it's like fucking cooking, right? I'm gonna like 2 cups of this to a cup of that or some shit. But anyway, and I'm not gonna just go find one off the internet and use whatever somebody else says, because I'll find my own that I think is perfect, and then I'll tweak it till it is perfect for what I do, and for our incubator, and for all that. So, yeah, that one's on me. But that's what I'm going to do to fix it, you know. So anyway, that's about all I can really say on that. Kurt, you got anything you want to add?
Nope.
Does anybody else have anything you want to add?
Nope.
Or is everybody just hearing me say how much I suck at life and
Yep.
letting that go? We got a cat in here still.
Someone's asked, how are you going to move Sobek?
Well, I'm going to reach in there. I'm going to grab his ass. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes of working with him until he's worn out and doesn't want to fight me anymore. Then I'll probably put him in a big transport tub with about that much water in it. And then I'll just drive to the shop. And then I get there, he's going to be pissed off. And he's going to be back having energy again. So I'll fuck with him for 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll start all over. And then I'll put him in his new cage. I don't like, and you could do it a lot quicker. You can just reach in there and grab behind the head. Boom, you know, and they're going to thrash and fight, but they can't get their mouth to. I prefer not to do that if I can. One day I'm probably going to pay the piper for that. I don't like to physically restrain him if I don't have to. So I typically try to wear him out a little bit and then pick him up underneath where I can get a hold of his midsection, like his front feet here. He may scratch me with his back feet and get that tail there. he can still throw his head around, but he can't really throw it around enough to bite anything. So that's kind of how I do it. If we have the opportunity, we might film it. We probably won't film him coming from that small cage into his temporary, but we will probably film him going from his temporary to his final. So I'd like to make a video of the cage and the setup, and then him moving into it, and kind of how that's all going to go. So that's
Someone says you hold him like a big iguana.
kind of, probably, yeah. And with sharper teeth and less slappy of a tail, you know. But they will smack the shit out of you with that tail still. He's done that to me a time or two. But it's not as sharp as an iguana tail, so you're good to go on that. It just
So
pops you.
someone asked, how many good babies did you get out of those two?
Out of those two, shit, out of the 9-egg clutch, we got 6. That's disappointing.
The 9-8. I thought we only lost 2.
We lost 2 today, but one of those eggs went bad before.
Oh, okay.
So we had 3 eggs. We did like 66% on that. It sucks. The other clutch was, I want to say, 7 eggs.
7, yeah.
And we hatched all 7, including that one teeny tiny one. So I'm hoping it comes out alive and it's good, not kinked, and we can feed it and it'll take food for us. I have a feeling I'm going to start that damn thing on mouse paint. It's going to be a bitch. So if that snake ends up for sale and then you buy it, you're going to have to be really fucking patient with me and maybe like next year before it's actually ready. Because it's still going to have to get that weight on. And those small ones, man, they tend to grow a little slower because you just can't cram big meals into them. But rest assured, we'll do everything we can for that little snake. So I have a soft spot for the ones that I got to kind of help out a little more, you know.
Someone says they're always their favorite.
The little bitty ones? Yeah, they are. And sometimes they look the best. Like, this is David's, and he always like, hey, you're showing my snake again. But I do all the time. I know, you're ready to eat, little one. This is his Mojave. And I think, I'll be honest, the one that came out as the smallest, it's the one that took the longest to shed. But I think that is the best looking one out of that clutch. Like, that is just, shit, you can't show me a better Mojave than that. Like, you just really can't. That thing's a 10. Just so damn nice. And it was the run of the litter. So I don't know what causes that with runts. I know, you smell food in here. There is food in here. You're going to get some of it here in just a few. Whoop. But it does. I don't know why, but they tend to be beautiful. And two, speaking of that, this girl here, where did you go? Where did you go? You're not her. Yeah, there's a whole lot that's still blocked out. This girl here was also a run of her litter. So, and she's funky. And that's one of the reasons why I think it may not be genetic. It may just be she's weird because she's a runt. I hope she still has eggs. So, yeah, I probably won't keep y'all too long because believe it or not, Kurt and I still got to go feed everything tonight. It is going to be a long ass night. Actually, him and the babies will start throwing some shit in there, man. And then this is kind of just a BS session from this point on. So if you guys got something you want to add or questions, hit me up. Kurt will relay them because I can't see them. Which one are they in?
The bottom one.
Of course, always in the bottom one. This is how it is on a night here, by the way. If you look, you can see all the frickin' rodents, man. This is feed days at Olympus. It's kind of nuts. So,
There's a mixture of stuff in there.
oh, you got me some mice too? That's good because I was told we were out of mice. I don't want to be out of mice.
Someone asked, is this the cat's favorite room to hang out in?
Some days it is. He's kind of a pain in the butt. You'll notice I'm not opening every cage just because some of these got mailed out. Unfortunately, like I say, we did lose one. I'm still bummed about that too. Still bummed about it. I think they'll give me some more water too, Kurt. It is water day. Water day. Water day. Oh, somebody died. Now that reaction is what I want to see, because this one here will eat no problem. So will this one. But this one here is the one that we've had to assist feed, and it didn't eat. So if you're watching Jesus, this one's yours, and it didn't eat last week. So we're gonna do this. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna give it. You can see eyes aren't open. We're just gonna, then I'm going to end up assist feeding it tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, but the day after. So it'll be getting an assist feed this week if it doesn't eat. So.
Christopher said
Oh, you flipped the water dish.
the 3 that he got from us last week are eating great.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Can't beat good feeders, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to glue these water dishes down. I didn't think I'd have to, but I'm gonna have to. They keep spelling them, Kurt. They keep spelling them. It is either really quiet or you're not reading everything.
It had to reconnect.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen. How is the video doing today, anyway?
I don't know.
Well, no, but they do. Or is it still reconnecting?
Christopher said one of them bit him when he took him out of the bag.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but you know who did that to me? The one we always named a bitch. She bit me in fucking Tinley, I think. Were we in Tinley? Did I get her in Tinley? You weren't with me, were you?
No.
Kurt? But wasn't it Tinley where I brought her home from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought her and like
It was
another
from
one
Wichita.
on a silent. No, it wasn't Wichita. You're thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
You're thinking of
never
the
mind.
big ghost.
Yeah.
I bought something else. It was in a combo bag, and I think we might have sold one of them actually after we had it for a bit, just making sure it was good. And that damn thing, as soon as it came out, hey, knock that shit off. As soon as it came out the bag, like I opened up, and it's like bam, right into me hard. I was like, you little bastards! I feel your pain, but know that those will be good feeders for you. That's the saving grace.
Someone asked, is it better to feed at night?
I think so. There you go. Ah, got it. Num 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 num. Yeah, I like to feed at night better. I think I have a higher success rate. But that could just be my imagination too. So, all right, guys. If you don't have any questions, we're probably gonna hop off of here today because, like I say, we got a shit ton of crap to do. More than I care to admit.
Someone asked, has the lesser ghost clutch picked yet? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's what we just did. That's like, we literally just cut that one. And I am really, I'll tell you now, there's probably going to be at least one hold back from that, if not two. So do be prepared for me to keep something. It's just kind of the way. Here, you can go back there for a second. Let me see here. Oh, you shed your skin. Oh, shit balls. Haha, you didn't get to bite me. You thought you were gonna. Gross. Ew, it's like a wet use condom. Yeah, it's like a water balloon on the bottom. Blip, blip. You ever take one of those off, Kurt? Oh, I hit the cat. Sorry, kitty. Sorry. Okay, I'll be better now.
Someone says, how many of the ghosts are you keeping?
How many of them? I don't rightly know yet. Obviously, we'll be keeping females. Sucker. We'll be keeping some females from that clutch. Well, I don't know if we get a really nice male, we could look at keeping a really nice male too to put to our female ghost to get a higher rate of actual ghost. But it's just going to kind of depend. Like, that's the clutch I'll have to wait till it crawls out and see what speaks to me. I'm going to be very, very picky on what I keep. It's got to be more than just, you know, it's got to look right too, for me. That's probably the worst thing, isn't it? That you guys get first pick, but you actually get second pick, 'cause I get first pick. Looking for the right feed item. You're gonna have to do. You're a little small, but when I can get this thing to eat good as mice. So, if I get something that looks right for our projects, I'll keep it. They're also all 50% het axanthic, and I really, 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 really want to do some True Ghost. That's a project that both Kurt and I are both really into and really want to see happen. You might remove the cat.
It's
Yeah.
okay if you do.
Don't move or anything, kitty. It's cool. Yeah, you're fine. You just sit right there and be a pain in the arse. So,
David wants to know, what are your thoughts on the darkness laying this season?
I don't know, man. Tell you what, Kurt, hand me a rat, a good size one. We'll throw it in there and find out. She ate last week, and that's not a good sign. Before that, I was feeling pretty good about it, but when she ate, how good I was feeling went downhill tremendously.
Someone asked, which ghost line is it? Orange, green?
I think it's just, when we picked up our Ghost, nobody ever put a line on it. They just called it Ghost. So, I couldn't even tell you the exact line. Isn't that terrible? You flipped your thing. I have to get you some more water, too.
Is there any reason why you think it's better to feed at night?
They're nocturnal. So with the fact that they're nocturnal, there's one in there. With the fact that they're nocturnal, it tends to, I think, get a better feed response. So I'm a big believer in feeding after dark. Please don't bite me. Really? Yeah, go climb it. There you go. Oh, we gotta get some water too, Craig. Go back through these, all dump water in them. It was just that time.
There's 3 more clutches left in the incubator.
Yes. 3 more in the incubator. Definitely water day. I usually find that. I usually have to water these guys and it's one of the problems with these size cups. Some of them will empty them out pretty quick. Others won't quite empty them out that fast. We'll get them low. See, like that was, oh man, you didn't eat last week and I thought you did. You're going to need a full change. That's been gross for a while. Whew. So here's the easy way to do these. Find an empty spot. Stick it in there. And we're just going to dump this whole thing. Watch out for that, Kurt. Because, every now and then, you'll have that, I saw it coil, I saw it take. I checked this one the other day, too, and it was looking good. Well, it was laying on its food item, apparently. I didn't notice it, didn't eat it. So, the good news is, not a regurg. The bad news is, it means it didn't get a meal last week like I thought it did. And that was one that I fed a rat to. It took it, it constricted it, but it didn't eat it. So what we'll kind of do to cheat that system is we'll go back to a mouse and try to get it back on rats later. Humidity started there. So we'll just drop you in there. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, it'll work. I put your other cup. Get some water for you in just a sec. And then I'll be back on a food item that likes, hopefully better. See, and this one did the same thing. I had 2 pulled out. They stuck it in the back where I didn't see it. That is no fun. So we simply do the same thing. Isn't this fun, Kurt?
You ready to go?
Me? Whenever. You're the one running the thing.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here trying to get some work done. Yeah, if we got nobody on here or nobody asking questions, we can go and get off of here.
Well, someone asked, how many more clutches do you think it's going to be laid this year?
Laid? Man. I'll be happy if I get one, honestly, at this point. Because both the ones I was hoping were going to lay, both 8. One of them which really surprised me that an 8, and that was our Orange Dream. We may be done, we may get one more, we may get 2 more. So anything now on's a bonus. This is the way I'm kind of looking at it. But
Someone asked, did you ever get another GTP?
not yet. We will. Like that's a ways off. Like I've got my setup to get ready to go in that other room for it, and then what I'll end up doing is once I get that going, later, get out of there. Then we will like start getting a GTP. But I gotta get the other one adult, and then I'm gonna get a sext again. Then I'm gonna get another adult. That way we can start breeding them right away when we do. My first priority before the GTP breeding is carpet breeding. Carpet breeding is something I've wanted to do for a long time, so it's more important to me to get that done first. The GTP was something I wanted for a display, but I do want to breed, so I'm not in as big of a hurry there. As a matter of fact, it probably goes carpet breeding, Western Diamondback breeding, then GTP breeding. And Kurt's going to make me cram Blood Diamond in there, not Blood Diamond, but Blood Python in there somewhere, probably, maybe.
Yeah.
I hope not, but probably. All right, we're going to get off here because guess what? I'm going to be doing this all over again next week, or not next week, this coming weekend, I'm sure. And when I do that, it'll probably be just me. And what we'll do then is we're going to go over all the ones that have hatched and are starting to crawl out. So we'll give you kind of a chance to look at those, because by then hopefully some of our bell stuff's out, some of those things. So that'll be really fun. And I expect the next clutch to pip, God, honestly, any day. So, because we had another clutch laid on the same day as the 2 that just pipped. So that's what we'll be doing next. All right, Kurt, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you probably in 24 hours.